Thank you very much, Oli in the desk. Look, if you're gonna hand out the cookies, maybe
I want one.
Bring them in for tomorrow, and we can get a little taste review. We can turn the stream into a food review channel, maybe. I don't know.
Love
Custer and I'm sure Custer and Johnny will fit into that role quite well. Yeah, MN3 versus Shy. I think that is the matchup for today. It's not Philadelphia Fusion versus the Hangzhou Spark. It's MN3 trying to kill Shy, and then Shy trying to kill MN3. It's the rookie versus the veteran, Rose.
Absolutely. I mean, that's kind of what the story of this entire match is, though, right? Both of these teams have incredible veteran talent, but they've also have both been infused with the rookie talent from their respective academy teams. And so when we look at how all of these incredible players have kind of started to formulate into their teams, I just think we're going to be in for such a treat, especially because Philadelphia Fusion and Hangzhou Spark have played each other a few times already this season.
Yes, they have. Let's have a look at the Philadelphia Fusion starting lineup, who we're going to see today. Yeah, of course. MN3 is in. Of course he is. Zest, Belosria, Aim God, and Fixer are your starting lineup right now. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, Rose, I know Johnny's got a lot more crazy predictions and crazy, takes. I just want to see, as the week progresses, Johnny's hair getting crazier and crazier. I'm sure it's gonna, he's gonna be losing his goddamn mind. It's gonna,
yeah, I mean,
it's gonna be a fun week.
Over there?
That's why I cast Overwatch, is to see Johnny just get progressively more crazy as the week goes on. It's gonna be good. But there you go.
That's why it's called Midseason Madness. Yeah, I love this. Hey, this is a look that we've seen a lot from the Philadelphia Fusion. Obviously, we're going to see Belosria start out in that tank role, but we would be remiss to not show you the lineup from the Hangzhou Spark as well to see who is going to be leading the charge there. And of course, we talk about the whole MN3 versus Shy matchup, but you also have to look out for Alpha Yi in that DPS role, don't you, Jaws?
Yeah, he's also been incredibly scary. And man, I'm excited to cast this team. I really am, because people have been also hyping up Alpha Yi. They've been hyping up Super Rich for a long time, and this is his year to finally make the league. And the Hangzhou Spark doing an exceptional job so far in the regular season, and that feels so strange to say, because the Hangzhou Spark, if you look at the last couple of years, they've just been so whoa, they do crazy amount of work, and then it's okay. Then they have this 12-man roster, and it was who are they going to play, and how do they mix? And this feels like a more stable, static roster that they're willing to run, and it's good to see them doing well. And Custer called it last year, at least, and he said on the desk, Shy was one of the best hit scan players, right? But he's not had that same consistency this year. But then can MN3 kind of emulate that? And because he's already had a pop-up performance, one of the best hit scan performances out there right now, but can then he now keep this rolling to potentially be crowned one of the best hit scans in the league?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think we need to point out that Philadelphia Fusion has been inconsistent, you know? They either look really good when they're on and they're focused, or they don't look super great and their opponents can walk all over them. But I have to point out one thing. You know, you mentioned that there is this kind of core of Hangzhou Spark that Hangzhou has really been relying on to be able to take them through these matches, but usually it's Bernard that's going to be in that tank role instead of Gushue, who we are seeing on the Reinhardt as of right now. But it makes a lot of sense because we are starting things off on Li Shang, and Gushue's Winston is a great way to kind of glue together this dive that we're seeing from the Spark.
It's definitely going to be a problem for MN3. They kind of spotted him out already. His effective range, of course, you can stand way at the back in the little house, but actually getting onto the bridge and not getting instantly checked by the rest of the Hangzhou Spark is going to be a bit of a problem. I can hear him, and I think the rest of the Hangzhou Spark can, and nice deflect. Gets the shot onto MN3, Gushue finishes him off, and that's going to be the big problem here for MN3 to actually operate. He can't stand too far, he can't stand at a reasonable distance away, because that's just not how the map is laid out. Okay, Fixer got the boot kill onto Gushue. Now he's in the drink. All right.
Oh, well, I mean, look at that. That one kill was enough to bully MN3 off of the Ashe completely. And we're seeing MN3 come out of spawn with the Sombra.
Okay, big change up. I mean, no. Oh, both supports. Okay, Fusion coming out the gate, swinging.
All right. I mean, hey, that works. Bellisria is such an aggressive wrecking ball that this is going to be a really nice compliment to MN3's Sombra if this is what he decides to stick on. The other thing that I like about the Sombra, too, is it's not even just the hacks, Jaws. It's about controlling the health packs in the areas of which Hangzhou Spark are actually able to approach.
Yeah, if you can hack that mega health pack there, that is a large amount of their health pool disappearing from the supports. Nice boop onto Guxue. Denying the space right now is Bellisria with those mines, but Fixer dies to a pulse bomb. Alfie got nanoed on the point, didn't earn himself a blade, but pressure on the point is what Hangzhou Spark need right now. Bellisria is not really doing much damage to the backline of the Spark because he's the one that's having to contest. Good pick off from Aim God, or Jacked God, depending on if he follows Instagram or not. He takes down Shy, receives a little cookie. The blade's going to get popped. MN3 standing all the way at the back. And yep, the naked blade doesn't do all too much. Bellisria cleans him up and pushes Guxue off the map.
Yeah, look at that. Fixer coming back in time to be able to use the rally. And now Philadelphia Fusion, they keep control of the point, which is super important. But they also have a finishing move here, Joss, and that's the EMP that MN3 has earned in that last team fight. You could open this up with a pick from Zest's Pulse Bomb, or you could kind of go with the surefire way, which is try to get as many members as possible in this EMP and close out this first round that way.
Nice boot. Little bit of revenge from Super Rich, taking care of Bellisria. Do Philadelphia Fusion want to try for an EMP? Looks quite unlikely as they've lost Aim God. Goodbye, MN3. Nice little smart reset there. You don't want to waste too much time, Rose.
No, exactly. Especially when you're already in that one fight territory. You may as well just, try with the Pulse Bomb. It didn't get anything. Zest is already working up towards another one, but you still have that EMP to try to re-engage with this fight. You're also looking at Bellisria kind of being able to use those mines too, but is there enough damage on the board to be able to deal with these critical ultimates here from the Spark, like that sound barrier?
Oh, Pulse Bomb for Shine now. Chasing away Bellisria. Spark at least have this sound barrier, but it's, again, the dance between MN3 and Super Rich. Perfectly timed. Super Rich leading that dance to perfection. Pulse Bomb from Shy will finish Aim God. That should just be it. There you go. Both supports down. Super Rich stayed out of sight that EMP, and it did take a fair while to build up and use it in the end, and it was rather ineffective. Guxue still taking I was going to take a lot of damage from the Primal Rage, but gets away.
Yeah, look at that too as well. Like, Spark, they're playing with that Lucio and that Moira, so they get a chance to play really aggressively here. So I kind of like the switch off of the Ana so that Spark can have this Coalescence and this also Dragon Blade to go into this final fight with. But yeah, we're in that last fight territory here. It's do or die for both of these teams.
Yes, indeed. Coalescence available. They got it. They use it. Pulse Bomb and Transcendence thrown out. Fusion aren't going to go down without a fight. Nice little kill onto Guxue is going to be good. Can the Hangzhou Spark hang on to this? They have got that blade, like you were saying, Rose. The Fusion find the flip. Patience now for the Spark as they do hang back. They know they had a few percentage points there to give. And Alfie now putting himself on point to try and contest. Nice little early engagement from Bellisria, but he is pretty low. Hack onto Alfie doesn't result in all too much as Bellisria ends up going down. BMP is absolutely massive. The Hangzhou Spark didn't see that one coming. Alfie couldn't even pull the blade in time. Shy throws the Pulse Bomb, goes a little bit wide, and now the Fusion trying to end this fight with a rally. Guxue gets back to the point just in time to see himself flop over and faceplant the floor as Shy gets cleaned up. An easy kill onto the Moira as the blade comes back in. Super Rich was low before he got any damage off. Same with Alpha Yi. And MN3 might not be on the Ashe, but his impact is equal on the Sombra.
Yeah, that first EMP, not fantastic, but that second EMP came online at just the right time to be able to close out that first round for the Fusion. I would like to see MN3 play something a little different on Control Center. I think that hit scan damage can go a really long way here, especially when you have so much natural architecture to be able to play around. But let's see what these tanks decide to do to lead the team. That's what I'm really curious about. You're in such tighter quarters on this round. So, yeah, Doomfist makes a lot of sense here. If Spark decided to come out on that, and then, ooh, we get some Reinhardt. Okay.
Okay. I like it. Rush versus the Doomfist. Doomfist is way more like cooldown reliant, of course, than Ryan is. All right, Shy just trying to get some off angles. It's nice to charge up with the shield rose, but that's really about it. Like, just waiting for the speed boost. Oh yeah, they felt the wall behind them. That's always the worst feeling, I think, in Overwatch, is feeling the Mei wall behind you as you try and hold S.
Yes. Trying to back up, but there's no escape. There's no escape from the Mei.
Exactly. It's kind of horrible. I think I still have nightmares to this day facing Mei, to be real, even in Overwatch 2. Oh, Bellisria with a nice kill on the Ana. Nice body shot from MN3. Point is unlocked, and the Fusion get the cap. See what I mean? You just get run over. I don't know if the Spark ended up changing here. They invested a fair bit into the Doomfist. They've almost got the ult, but it feels like a change is better than just kind of sticking it out for the meteor strikes. Not crazy effective.
Yeah, you don't want to get into this sunk cost fallacy of, I've been on the Doomfist, I almost have the ultimate, so let's just go for it. But maybe it's going to be what Spark needs to kind of open up this door, especially as they're pushing Fusion away from that choke.
Yeah, that opening of the door is going to be quite tough. In the neutral, the Fusion is just, you can easily kind of run over the Doomfist as soon as you use that power block, but
yeah,
Spark way more ultimate reliance. Good kill onto MN3. Shy once again up on that high ground, controlling that space to perfection. Oh, aim god, okay. Trying to go for a little flank maybe. The rest of your team are dying, by the way, and they're dead. Nice flank, but unfortunately wasn't able to help the rest of his squad. It is now aim god versus the Well, and the Hangzhou Spark end up capping the point.
Well, I think what AimGod wanted to do there was to just control that corridor to make sure that Shy didn't get a flank. You know, if AimGod had been able to find Shy there, then yeah, you just take the Sojourn out and then you might be able to still win the team fight. But didn't work out that way. Philadelphia Fusion, they've got to go again. They got a lot to be able to make this work.
How is Zest in the back line? He walked through 5 people. There's the Blizzard, the wall. Luckily, Hangzhou Spark have a Lucio at their back, so they're able to run away and they don't get frozen. Speaking of being frozen, Zest already popped that block. More vulnerable, but runs back to the rest of the team, and he should be good. Gushui, unhappy about that engagement from himself. MN3 ends up taking the kill. There's the Nano, there's the Blade. Beat to match, 35 HP in a dream. Alpha Yi is going to get healed up, and he's already found 1 kill. A window to sustain aim god through the fight, and a lamp to keep him alive and well. He was anti, but it didn't mean all too much. A re-engagement from the Spark as they use Alpha Yi. Where were you shattering, Bellisria? There was nothing there. What are you doing? Okay, well, maybe... headset the wrong way round, maybe. Directional audio messed up. Don't matter. The Spark brains are messed up right now. Zest is still on the scene as Gushui comes back from the grave and is met with a frosty death. They eventually find the recap. 70% for the Spark.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about where Bellisria was aiming that shatter.
What's he shattering?
I don't know. Hey, just in case. It was
It's like, it's a Sombra next to me. It's like,
yes.
He's not in that game. Fortunately,
didn't tab fast enough. It's fine. Well, you know, the good thing here for the Fusion is that they're going to have another Blizzard online that will help to be able to control the Spark and where they decide to engage. But look at the flank that they're taking. This high ground for Shy.
Man, yeah, Shy's been kind of dominant up here thus far. But with the rest of the Fusion just backing up to help the rest of the team. Should be fine now. Well, there you go. Backing up, not quite so much. 93% in building for the Fusion. Just stall time now for Zest. Does he have block? Not sure he does. No, he does not. Still they get OT. Spark have 70% now.
That fight went so off-hilter for the Fusion. Like, they got so split there. Now, Philadelphia Fusion have one more chance to come back. Spark are going to have a full 5 ultimates here. MN3 just switched over to the Cassidy. feels like this is a start of a bad joke here for the Philadelphia Fusion. But let's see if they can make something happen with this Blizzard and this Shatter.
I mean, the spot. Oh, Zest trying to do it again. He's trying to go for the big flank. He's going to make it before the rest of his team die. I don't think so. Alpha E receives the nanos. 5% towards that blade. There's the Blizzard. They find the pick onto Honor. And the Alpha E with a nice little ghost dash straight to the front line again. Double kill for the Genji. A nice little reset. Can't get on the Lucio just in time. Fixer's got fancy footwork, but is it enough to put him on the point? Aim God is dead, but MN3 comes back on the legs. Fixer falls, no healing, but that's a healing station from MN3. The Soldier versus the world, that's about it. OT ticking down as the Spark are in control on what was a good start from the Fusion. Slips away from them. Control center belongs to the Spark. We'll go to round 3 on control.
What was really tough about Philadelphia Fusion running that Reinhardt composition is that with that comp, you really just kind of want to pick a target and just go forward and smash into the enemy composition. But what ended up being difficult about the way that Spark played that is that they were so spread out that Fusion didn't have a good target. So if they were going after Gushue, for example, then, well, where's Alpha Yi and Shy? They're just kind of in your back.
Ooh.
Belosria. Okay.
Rough.
Had a few rough ones.
Yeah, to be fair, Genji and Doomfist is pretty mobile, right? They've got Lucio, so it's like, Shatter's kind of hard to land on the outside, I suppose. But yeah, that's,
no, you're right. But
not the best thing to be caught on home video there.
No, we're just gonna go forward. Belosria's not playing Reinhardt this time around. In fact, we're gonna see the Ashe and the Wrecking Ball from the Fusion. We're also gonna see the Soldier and Winston coming out from the Spark. So very different flavors of these comps.
Man, Shy just, it permanently has that 100 charge every single time we look at him. Nice little spawn push from the Spark. Half the Fusion was split there, Rose. Like, they were getting towards the point, and then half of them were just kind of stuck in that choke, and Spark took advantage of that. Even without a Lucio, they were able to capitalize on the space.
Yeah.
Point was unlocked and captured by the Fusion. But with the DPS doing this much damage, not really much else you could do if you're Philly.
Yeah, if you're the Spark, you just wait. Fusion can cap the first couple of %, and then you just go in when the time is right and take back control. I love the way that Spark is just has all these different angles as well. I mean, you can see that Zest is trying to go on a flank here, but it's not working. Not how Spark are playing so spread out.
Oh, I heard a pulse bomb a million miles away. Yeah, there you go. Not bad start. However, with the Spark's comp still fairly survivable. Alpha Yi doing something sneaky. Oh, whiffs the pulse bomb. Shifted to the right instead of the left. Unfortunate. Philadelphia Fusion find the recap. I thought Spark maybe hold on for that a little bit longer. Apparently not to be. Mines available from Belosria as he tries to find some environmentals. Going to have to be careful though, because Briggs Bash can send you over the edge. Belosria finding the backline, scouting the rest of the team out. That was a nice little like UAV there from Belosria. Finding the position of the rest of the Hangzhou Spark. Alpha E is pretty low. Same with Shy, is now getting chased down by the Wrecking Ball. There's 45% and building for the Fusion as the mines finally laid onto the point. Shy in a whole heap of hurt. Gets killed off by MN3 and an extremely late double support ultimate use there from Spark. They used the Nano and Alpha E and then they used the Rally?
Yeah, that's not it, Chief. I mean, look at this. Belosria is like in their spawn or something? Philadelphia Fusion still have control of the point? This is not looking good for the Spark right now. They're struggling to get these ults online. And they're struggling to keep members up.
Oh yes they are, look at that. MN3 doing what he does best. Of course, I said that and we switched to him and he gets headshot. Unfortunate, but it's all good. I mean, Fusion what, 80%? Bob?
Yeah.
Rally? Like,
Look,
his pulse bomb from Alpha E is going to have to be big.
I mean, MN3 can just also send the Bob in from afar, so it's okay that he went down. He can still be useful. Bob will do something. But Spark, I mean, they just haven't been able to find any value so far because of how fast of a pace Fusion has been setting these fights.
There's the rally. The point is being contested. by only a single Alpha Yi. He needs help. Someone send him help. Pulse Bomb goes wide. Philadelphia Fusion holding onto the bomb, but not for long. MN3 takes care of Super Rich. The bomb taking a little bit of a nap, but it should wake up and get a little bit of damage down. Somehow, in amongst the chaos, the Spark end up capping the point. Now it's up to Bellisria, Zest, and MN3 to try and find a little something, but with their supports dead, that might be little to nothing. Bellisria still trying to push people off the map and get some value, but the Hangzhou Spark end up coming out on top.
They will indeed, finally getting something done and getting more percentage on the board. But what are they really going to have to follow this up? We saw the unfortunate use of the rally and the nano. So Irony will be able to get at least the nano back online. But I feels like everybody else on the Spark is just too far away for that nano to really help top something off that's going to be really impactful. Like Alpha, you might not hit the pulse.
Nicely. Oh, no, not quite luckily enough to get the nano off. Yeah, not a good start. Oh, they do trade, but you trade for Zest. Bellisria's got the mines. A lot of HP still. Can't believe Ball has 700 HP. It's kind of wacky. Funny and wacky.
A little wacky, a little weird. Hangzhou Sparks still have control of the point, though. But let's see what Bellisria is able to get done with these mines. Yeah, he's going to need to summon Rose because overtime is here. Spark have 99%. Double support ultimate available from the Spark now. And they've even got the rally to back them up. Aim God needs to survive. He gets this transport to force at an unopportune time. Could be bad news bears. Rally is up. Overhealth be stacking. Zest trying to be clapping, but it ain't gonna work. There's too much healing on the side of the Spark, and that overhealth was too much for Zest to chew through. He's got the Pulse Bomb, and the Philadelphia Fusion have found the flip, but not for long as the Spark. Every single one of their members is on the point already. Zest had no recall, and Alfie just chases him up. Bellisria is back, but not for long. And the Spark will claim map number 1. Wow, look at that. This was so scrappy. I mean, this is what we were expecting coming out from this series, right, Jaws? These two teams have been going at it this entire season so far. And I love that Spark is coming out guns ablaze, especially when Gushue was playing in the lineup today, too. Haven't seen much of him yet.
Oh, man. Bellisria showing the play of the game, the double boop off on the supports. An incredibly close game. It looked like Philadelphia Fusion had that one in the bag. It was like 99%. They had good ults coming in, but fortunately that one goes. Spark off to a good start though. 2-1 on control as we jump into the break. We'll see you on the other side. What's up, Familams? We are back. Hangzhou Spark versus the Philadelphia Fusion. Iconvalda is our next map. And we're going back to something that's a little bit more familiar, Rose. We have Bernard coming back in. Yeah, we haven't seen Gushue at all really recently.
Not really.
Comes in, wins a map, easy game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, maybe that was just the secret weapon of the Spark, right? Play just one map of the entirety of the Midseason Madness qualifiers and then come out guns blazing on this first map of this series. And definitely seemed like it caught Philadelphia Fusion by surprise, especially when Gushue is so good with those main tank roles. Really loved to see it. But we do have Bernard back in the roster, and this has been a look that Hangzhou Spark have heavily relied upon for their Midseason Madness qualifiers, and even just like looking at how the kickoff clash went. So Bernard definitely bringing some spice.
Yeah, I mean, what Gushue played about it's about like 13 minutes or something. It's been crazy in the qualifiers, which is insane. To then obviously the first game you play in the actual tournament, you're like, wow, we're gonna put Gushue in. But like you said, Rose, maybe it was that secret weapon, and that was against the Chengdu Hunters, and he did pretty well when he played the Winston.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, carrying on that streak. Why not? Why not? But yeah, Bernard's back in for the Spark. So as we have to Iconvalda, what do you expect we see?
I mean, this is a tough one because I feel like just the diversity of the Philadelphia Fusion makes it really difficult for me to pinpoint what they're going to play. But when you take a look at how Bernard has been playing, I feel like you just end up kind of seeing a lot of synergy around like the Sojourn play, the Ashe play, and then also just the Tracer from Alpha Yi, and Bernard just really helps to support those hero picks. Definitely expect you to see more of that come through as we head over to Iconvalda, but this is Philly's map pick, so they've got to have something up their sleeve for this.
Yeah, they've got to be cooking something, that's for sure. I mean, as well, Iconvalda is, you can play so many different comps on this map. It's kind of crazy. Like every single point is so different in the way it's laid out. Like, can be tough to say, but I can imagine Philly just want to play the Ashe. Let's be real. They want to put MN3 on Ashe, and it's a good map for it. You reach second point, you have a dominant Ashe on the high ground. Like, feels pretty good.
It does feel good, yeah. But I do like that you point that out because of Philadelphia Fusion's flexibility. I like that they could just change things up if they need to, and I don't feel like they're going to end up being on the back foot. So let's say we get to third point and the Ashe is not working anymore, or whatever else they're playing, they can just kind of say, ah, okay, well, let's switch. Let's see what happens when we switch things up and go a different route.
Okay, so defense for the Spark. Then, yeah, got a little bit shy on the Sojourn, and then Alpha E on that Tracer. Okay. Kind of a semi-aggressive defense, I suppose. I love the core trio of Sigma with the BAP and the Zen. The amount of outward damage is kind of insane. Especially if you have a good Batiste, they are just pumping out damage as well as heals, because it's not like Ana's gun where it both heals and damages with the same bullet. Like, it's, you can right click, but then you can left click to do damage, and you right click to heal. Like, it's kind of ridiculous sometimes, especially when you have a window up.
I think that this is a double-edged sword, though, right? Like, Sigma, BAP, and Zen can synergize really well together, but also means that you have to play with a slower tempo overall. And I feel like with the composition that Fusion is playing, like, I mean, look, Bellisri is already behind the team. This is going to be a fast one.
Oh, nice little double boot tech there by the looks of it. Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage, and that is only a mini pack, mind you. It's not a mega health pack. Bernard is already dead. MN3. With the help of AimGob's Discord, took the tank out, and now Zess is in the backline. Should be a pretty easy cleanup, especially if they can kill this Zen. Bellisri doesn't have to worry about anything. Zess 1 second away from that recall being available. Gets it online, but gets the heals before he even needs to use it. There you go. There is the dive straight on the supports. Just kicked into the wall. No escape for you. Kicked out of the lamp. Thank you very much. Hangzhou Sparks defense falls.
Yeah, that's such a quick take. And look at how much damage Zess did. Already has a pulse bomb? Hello? Like, whoa! Oh, Spark didn't even get back to touch.
Yeah, I thought maybe, I was like, oh, I don't want to call it too early, but it looked like they were gonna get in touch.
They were poised to.
But
absolutely.
But yeah, that's super unlucky.
Yeah, that definitely doesn't feel good. And now Spark is in this bad position where they had to fall back, but they're not really set up the way that they would want to. I mean, look at how isolated Bernard is on the Sigma, just kind of down in the lower parts of the castle. Don't like that.
Almost Zest almost hitting the one clip there. Yeah, should be chased out. Yeah, goodbye, goodbye. No more escape routes. It's kind of annoying about the disruptor shot. You just like put it on a doorway. Anybody that's trying to escape a fight or anything, they just can't go. It's very frustrating. What's even more frustrating is losing your Zen that early. That's a nice right click from Aim God. A recall, no pulse bomb attempted by Alpha Yi. As the window from Super Rich just try and see them back in this fight. A rock through the window is going to be good enough to kill MN3. I'm not sure how much damage that is, but I can imagine it's a lot. Nice pulse bomb from Alpha Yi. However, it connects with a shield, so it does get a stick, but nothing of anything. As Fixer tried to return to sender, but didn't quite get it. I mean, the Fusion still moving this payload, Rose.
Yeah, at some point, Spark's going to have to drop down onto the payload and try to contest, but...
Wow, look at Shy. Unable to get any overclock shots off. There was a Transcendence right in front of his face. Fixer was also trying to bash him out the way. Was enough for them to end the fight. Forcing the Transcendence like that, it's just go time for Bernard. Use the Flux straight after Trance, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, it was a nice call and response there, but it was very expensive. I mean, that's a lot of ultimates to throw at trying to contest this point. Bellisria is still in your back line. Does anybody know? Do they know?
Oh, they gotta know.
Someone's about to go off the bridge. That's all I have to say. Look at that. They don't know.
Oh. You go. Oh, that was close. Wow. Bernard's thankful for the tank passive there. So you get booped as much. You do be floating though, so maybe Sigma should just step over the ball, don't they? Oh, couldn't even get the pile driver there. Wow, Bellisria's health bar almost evaporated.
Yeah, that was, maybe Bellisria shouldn't do that. I don't feel like that's been working. But maybe it's enough of a distraction. I mean, Aim God just found a nice pick.
Again, he picks up another support. Last fight was the Zen, now the Bab. Like, you don't want to be in a position where you're just losing supports like this super early on. Payload's being moved in the meantime. Shy sitting on the high ground. Aim's pretty clean, but it still needs to build up the charge on the railgun to make any meaningful damage. Now doing straight to melee mode. Hello, goodbye. Nice headshot, and the melee will finish off MN3, but it's very scrappy, which has been the tale of this entire series so far, Rose.
Yeah, I just doesn't feel like. Yeah, I mean, the action just hasn't stopped. I feel like neither team has really taken the time to reset. And I'd love to see Philadelphia Fusion just try to approach this final stretch of this objective as a full team of 5. Like, Bellisria has been trying to do some fancy stuff. And the fancy footwork kind of helps, but it hasn't been as impactful as Fusion really needs to get this cart to its destination and also try to reach that 3rd checkpoint.
So no C9?
Go W.
Maybe Zest? Oh no, look at that. Alpha Yi is playing so far back. He's like, no. We watched Fleta earlier on. We ain't letting that happen again. Oh, no way. All right. There's Alpha Yi making an impact in the fight. Throws Pulse. Gets Lap forced out, but there's a Transcendence to stop all the damage from the Flux. Through the window. MN3 kills Shy with an overclocked railgun. And that's everything thrown into one small corridor fight. MN3 finds 3, maybe a 4th. Oh, tries to go for the little whip shot there. Misses Super Rich, but Fixer cleans him up. Philadelphia Fusion. That was a more definitive fight. I think that's been the most decisive fight we've had all series so far. It's been very scrappy, but they do unlock the doors.
I was just laughing at the fact that Bellisria was like jumping on the payload, like as it inched forward. I don't know. There was something about that was just amusing.
I just payload.
Oh, look, a big change, though. This is what we were talking about with the flexibility of the Fusion. Not off the Wrecking Ball now, and over to the Zarya. now this is like a really strong forward W composition where Bellisria gets so much charge, and if you can just go in and beam people, you're pretty happy about that. So Fusion just posturing for themselves to get Bellisria up to full charge, or just get a huge pick.
Wow, okay. MN3 takes care of Alpha Yi. Overclock pop by Shy. Finishes as like for like, and there you go. That's exactly what you were talking about. Perfectly timed bubble of Bellisria. A triple blink, and a stick, and a kill for Zest. The Philadelphia Fusion, a few meters away from completing the payload with time to spare. There's a minute to go. As the Hangzhou Spark do have the spawns, the Philadelphia Fusion need to end this fight. They need to find pigs. They don't want to be staggered out. And in fact, that's exactly what's going to happen to them. Shy comes back to the fight. Headshots Bellisria and the Philadelphia Fusion. They've lost their foothold.
Yeah, and this is dangerous territory as well because you've got 40 seconds left. You're starting to lose cooldowns. You're losing members left and right. Burner came out of spawn with the Wrecking Ball just to be able to stall, and it worked out beautifully. And so now Philadelphia Fusion have one more chance at this. They lost the charge on Bellisria. They're going to have to try to get it back, but it's hopefully going to be off the back of this amplification matrix.
Okay, not someone that Alpha really wants to tussle with is Zest. Can get a pulse, of course. Nice scouting by Zest, though, I will say. Just going up there. Normally you wouldn't, but you just got to make sure someone's not chilling. All right, well, there's the window. Bellisria might be able to earn a grab in this fight, but we'll have to wait and find out. Big slam in the back, forces the Transcendence and the Lamp at the same time. Not good for the Fusion. They need to be able to find a fight now. The backline's a little bit more vulnerable than they'd hope. Alfie does throw out the pulse bomb, but can't quite find anything. And in fact, a huge right click from the Zen. Straight through the window. The Hangzhou Spark, just in a blink of an eye, just eradicate the Fusion with a nice little spicy defense just before point 3.
Really well played by the Spark, absolutely. I mean, I think Fusion gave it their best shot, but ultimately couldn't get the ultimates that they wanted online fast enough to be able to just really push that cart over the edge. I mean, look at how they had to approach Spark's defense on second point, Jaws. They had to throw 4 ultimates into a tiny room to play tiny Overwatch just to be able to capture that second point. It was a lot of investment. They just didn't have that same type of investment for that third.
Yeah, if Bellisria got that grab online, I feel like it would have been such a different story, but it started out with a giant slam from the Spark, and then as soon as that happened, you use Trans and you use Lamp at the same time. Like in those split second circumstances, you know, the comms are wild. Like they're going out of control.
Absolutely.
But it's not really something that, you know, like, I'm going to use Lamp, you know, I'll use Trans. It's just kind of a, well, we're right next to overtime. We need to find kills. We can't get off the payload. And it just so happens they overlaid him. The Lamp is just so crucial, especially around those corners. Like, it can be so valuable for Bellisria to stay alive, to grab, and obviously the Transcendence too, right, to help the rest of the team stay alive. It just kind of fell apart as soon as those abilities came out.
I feel like there was a miscommunication issue. Right? I feel like I saw some of the Fusion, especially the backline, try to disengage, but Bellisria was still tanking in the front line. It didn't really get the memo to back up. So yeah, I think that alongside just the over investment of those cooldowns made it very difficult for Fusion to actually get what they wanted, which was that third point capture. But sides are swapped. Let's see how Spark choose to approach this attack.
Oh, man,
that's a good
Shy
start.
versus MN3 is just all MN3 right now, it feels like. It's just the aim of this guy is unreal. We've got some ridiculous aimers. And I like the fact that Scott brought up on the desk about, you know, back when he was playing, back in the day, you know, it was like, wow, 15%, you know, 15, 16, 17% crit accuracy, that's kind of cracked. And then a lot of the players these days are picking up 20+%. You're like, Jesus. And we're seeing a lot of like the railgun headshots too. Just those percentages are sky high. And it just shows you how good players get over the course of the game's like lifespan, you know, just every single year. The competition and the level of skill and the level of play just unbelievably shoots upwards. Like, It's
absolutely
kinda nuts. Big stick. Nice. Like, imagine if you transported MN3, Zest, any of the Tracer players, any of the Hitscan players, back to, like, 2018. Like, how much of a god they'd look, you know?
For sure. I mean, I feel like every single year that skill ceiling gets higher and higher. And this is a great example of that. I mean, Spark definitely putting on a show for everybody, too, about how good some of these rookies are. I mean, come on. I know we talk about Shy, but what about Alpha Yi? Gotta talk about Alpha Yi. Alpha Yi's Tracer has been pretty phenomenal, whether it's been getting big sticks or just the duels.
Yeah, he is very much a dueler. Unfortunately, though, Rose, I knew that was going to happen. You were like, Alfie's great, and then he just died. Of course it was going to happen. I mean, let's be real.
I was going off on the tangent, and all of a sudden I see Philadelphia Fusion lighting up the kill feed, and I go, well, there's no turning back on this now.
Yeah, I don't want to back out now because I've already gone too far. So
exactly.
Yep. Oh, there you go. Anyway, the Spark, look, they got a lot of ultimates coming into the castle side. I mean, ideally, you want to put Alfie or someone on the payload to push round, go for that flux, maybe. We'll see.
What about those amp matrices, though?
Ambitious. Tracer can throw, but she can't throw that far. Not against a Sojourn. Anyway, geez, that mobility is a little bit ridiculous. Belisray almost half HP already. Still got the mines. Nice boop away. Shy and Banar already just destroying the Fusion. Flux, overclock used. 2 support ultimates in the back pocket. Belisray tried to go for that big slam there, Rose. Slam into the mines. Just got completely denied by Super Rich.
Absolutely. I mean, look at the way that Spark are just kind of putting Philadelphia Fusion on notice. I love that Super Rich especially has been just keeping a really good eye on the backline so that nobody is left alone to have to deal with Zest's Tracer.
Well, they're going to have to deal with it at some point. He's got Pulse, but Fusion, they got 5 ults. Hangzhou Spark, they got 2 support ults. There's the window, there's the Pulse, there's everything else. Rally for the Hangzhou Spark is now Zest trying to just contest payload, so Hangzhou Spark can't put it in. The Fusion have to just fall out of these tight corridors, and MN3's done just that. Now sending himself to the sky, straight into the mines for a little bit of protection. But unfortunately, the rally was just too good from the Spark. It's still an unbelievable ultimate. Luckily, Aim God is still doing the damage necessary to keep them in the fight. They just have to now deal with Fixer in the sky. A slam straight on top of Alfie's head, and actually Banar falling over. The rally was good, but the Philadelphia Fusion outlasting the Spark at the very end.
Wow, Fixer's moon boots. My God.
Stay alive for so long.
Even Bernard was able to hit him with an accretion. And he still, like, didn't get stunned. He was already, like, super jumping. But when the rock hit, I mean, look, Bernard looks a little frustrated. Actually going over to the Wrecking Ball now just to try to up the pace a little bit because Hangzhou Spark are running out of time.
He's got a bit of wall ride tech there. Oh, wow. Fixer. The cojones on that guy not to use Lamp there. He was 1 HP and was like, oh, I'm good. I mean, to be fair, the BAP shift right now is a little bit insane with the instant HP, but still.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you get it back really quickly, but...
They lose Aim God again. 1 minute and 18 seconds to go for the Hangzhou Spark. The Fusion, they lose 1 support, Rose. The Spark still need to gain a lot of ground here. They're not going to be able to gain too much as that window gets used, and with Banar, gone, they can't really create that space like they could before. Look, Shy trying to peek his head around the corridor to get a kill onto Aim God or Fixer, but it's impossible right now. Belisray with a nice slam, saved by the lamp. And now Shy trying to take matters into his own hands with the overclock. He does find 1 kill, but that might just be about it. He hasn't got much support left and has to back off. He only got 1 shot off, and actually Zest comes back with a pulse onto Super Rich. The Hangzhou Spark unable to win a fight on this final little point here before the checkpoint unlocks.
Wow, even after LOSing the supports out of the way, it was just Belisray to try to contest the payload. There's a big stick, though. I think Hangzhou Spark got this now.
Yeah, okay. There we go. Felt like it. Man, Shy just got completely denied in that last fight. Hangzhou Spark with 14 seconds to go. They do manage to cap, and they get the doors open. Map will end here regardless. of who wins, as the Fusion didn't end up capping, only got 62 and a bit meters.
Ooh,
Okay.
Well,
Alrighty.
that's big.
That's big. That's bad. It's not quite the werewolf, but it is the Hangzhou Spark. Shy does end up going down fairly early, however. The Fusion, I think they're definitely happy with that. The spawns are at their backs. And especially happy as Super Rich used that rally. However, once again, these traces just getting dealt with. MN3 in a little bit of trouble.
Wow.
Those mines can't survive those, unfortunately. The pile driver into the mine combo is perfect. And Bellasaria can go straight back to spawn to get all his health back, but someone's going to touch. Please touch. Okay. Okay, we're not in the west. Not anymore. Two Eastern teams playing, let's be real. Zest manages to touch the point just in time, but with the Transcendence, the Spark might be able to survive the oncoming onslaught of damage from MN3. But Super Rich and Bernard jump straight towards the spawn to give him no space and time to act. And the Spark will take map number 2 and find themselves in match point.
This match still looks close. Still gonna call this close.
True.
But Hangzhou Spark just seem like they're starting to pick up the pace a little bit. Maybe this is gonna even out the scoreline between these two teams. Philadelphia Fusion has the edge so far in their matchup history this season with a 2-1, but looks like Hangzhou Spark are making the comeback.
Yeah, I mean, the story has been MN3 versus Shy. It feels like Shy's getting the better of him right now.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, Rose, Fusion, 2-1 versus the Spark this season. Will it be 2-2? Will Spark take it home? Just one map number 2. Fusion's time to choose. Where are they going to go? We'll have to wait and find out. See you in a bit. Welcome back. Fusion and the Spark, head-to-head currently. Shy do be giga-lifting right now. Thank you for the stat, Avril, by the way.
Yes.
22 final blows for Shy versus MN3's 11, which is the highest on the Fusion. Yeah. I said it at the very end,
Wild.
but I didn't realize how big the gap was currently. Shy looking mighty clean, facing off against the rookie.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you saw on the eye test that Shy was kind of diffing MN3, and I love that we've got the stat to back that up. Definitely feels like it's playing into Spark's favor right now, and now Philly trying to get some leg in this, get some stay in this game. You know what? My point is that Philly has picked Circuit Royale, and they have some subs. We've got Carpe and Fury coming into the roster.
Yeah, so it does mean we get to see MN3 Widows. That's also
true.
Fantastic. That little replay package that we had at the very top of this game, just MN3 clicking on everybody's heads. And when you're on fire with the Widow, or just like any hit scan, there's like no shot you can miss, you know? You just,
Yeah.
It's just in your veins at that point. It feels so clean, but can he actually get that feeling back? Can he just continue his Widowmaker performance from the other day? Of course, it's different day, different server, different, different team you're facing up against. But like, if you get on a hot streak as Widow, it feels so good. And maybe that's what they need to come back in this series, Rose.
Yeah, well, I mean, the other thing that I'm thinking about is that MN3 is a rookie. You know, yes, we've seen some incredible performances from the Fusion so far, but I hope that MN3 isn't getting into his own head about the performance so far and kind of Shy doing more damage and having a bit more of an impact. We've seen Philadelphia Fusion on Circuit Royale, and the big match that everybody is probably thinking about right now, and we're going to talk about, is the Philadelphia Fusion versus Seoul Dynasty match, which was one of the final matches for the Midseason Madness qualifiers. On Circuit Royale, we did see MN3, Carpe, and Fury in the lineup, and it was that Widowmaker, that Sojourn, and that Sigma. So hopefully this is enough to be able to deal with what the Spark are going to be coming out with, but I would still be a little concerned knowing that Bernard is so good at these off-tanks.
Yeah, it's still pretty scary. And you're on the back foot.
Yeah.
We have the veterans, of course, Fury and Carpe coming in, so... And Aim God, to be fair.
Yep.
Aim God's a veteran at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is what we were looking at for these rosters playing together. We've got mix of veterans, mix of rookie talents, and sometimes it is those veterans that hold the glue of the team together, just to keep their heads on straight and focused for the matches ahead. But Philadelphia Fusion, really hope they're not destined for second place again. Gotta win this match, keep themselves in the game here on Circuit Royale.
That is the tiniest mug of all time. Super.
Wait, what is that? Is that an espresso cup?
I think it might be an espresso one, yeah. That is the tiniest mug. Nice. That's no way near the Sato 2L. That's super rich tea. That's super rich tea. Actually, that kind of makes sense. Probably an espresso though.
Maybe.
Yeah, the rookies versus the veterans. I mean, look, if there's one map you can do it on and get that hot streak going, it is Circuit Royale with the Widowmaker. So we'll see if MN3 can stand up. And I was just thinking about it too, with this kind of rookie and the veteran kind of debate. You can kind of see in the stats from Eichenwald that I spoke about at the very top. 22 to 11 final blows.
Jeez.
68% railgun accuracy, 16 railgun kills, way less deaths. Like Shy right now, gigalifting the Hangzhou Spark on that map. And like I said, if you're on with that hit scan, Rose, you just carry that through the series and it can just carry your entire team. If Shy, I don't think he's going to slow down just yet.
I don't think so either. I mean, you got to remember that this is a team effort, right? Like, yes, your DPS, if they're really good, can carry you, but only so far. You have to give some credit to the rest of the Spark for being able to support this type of solo hero play coming out from Shy. And also just, you know, the positioning of the team as a whole to make sure that Shy can really put in the legwork here. But yeah, these are, these stats are staggering, Jaws.
Yeah, like
oh my goodness.
13 bit K damage done. Not bad whatsoever. We should just be heading into game in just a moment. Looks like we're just waiting for the teams to ready up. And one of them's ready, but we're just waiting for the other one now. So should be all good to go. Yeah, I was just thinking too, Bernard specifically, he was around contenders at the time that was like the Sparkle era, the Doha era, Goats, like, and then Doom Goats and Element Mystic, etc. Like, he grew up and he was playing Fusion Uni at the time, and he grew up with a lot of the players that are now in the league at like the top of their game, and he ended up joining the London Spitfire for 2020 and just didn't really find anything at all on that team. That was 2019 to 2020. That was the weird year for London Spitfire, and they didn't do hot at all. And it's good to see him now showing what he can do on this big stage against a team like the Philadelphia Fusion, against Seoul Dynasty, Shanghai Dragons, etc. throughout the regular season, because I think he's always been a player with exceptional talent, and it's showing right here, right now. Yeah, Shy's putting in a lot of the legwork and a lot of the deadlift in there, but I don't think you can count Bernard out of that lifting, especially with the way the Hangzhou Spark have been playing over the last few weeks, Rose.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree here. I mean, we see this in some of the Western teams too. Your DPS, they can be good, but it's not usually enough to be able to carry a team. And I think this is another great example of that, where Bernard's, Sigma, whatever it is that he's really going to be coming out of the gates with, is plenty to make sure that the rest of the Spark feel supported to be able to do their best work. Bernard is going to be sticking at Sigma for this defense, and Shy on the Widowmaker to duel it out once again with MN3.
Yeah, I'm always curious what Widow goes to the grapple shot there. You'll see if it's a little bit more of a passive Widow or an offensive one. Oh! Okay. Okay. We started off. This is what I'm saying. You get the moves, you get the blood in your veins pumping when you're on that hit scan. That can just roll through and carry you through some games. Like Widowmaker play, we've seen MN3 do it once. We might see him do it again right here to keep him in. And there's another kill. Just stick it on MN3 permanently. Just perma look at MN3, because he is going to be lighting this one up. Shy and Alfie dead super early. Look at the push now from the Fusion. Should be easy on this first corner. Another kill. Make that 3 for MN3 already. Carpe eventually picks up one. Even tracking Alfie through the skies. Grapple up. There he is. If he hit that, I would have crushed my headset. I would have thrown it on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Philadelphia Fusion wins those, hands down. Spark couldn't even hold a candle to whatever was happening over there. I mean, now MN3 gets to get set up. You're gonna get sights on us so fast. Look at how much MN3 is outpacing Shy right now. Oh my gosh, Shy can't even walk out of spawn!
God, that was nasty. And this is it too. This Widow mind game they got going on. When you've got a couple of kills up against the enemy Widowmaker, they're going to be way more scared to actually peek you, go for the grapple shots on you.
Yeah.
Because the enemy Widowmaker's just, they're online.
Yes,
they're ready to
are.
go. And now MN3 is such a massive advantage with the sights too. Big flux from around the corner. Super Rich got lifted up. Didn't have the lamp, got killed in the air anyway. And now Fury is just plowing through the rest of the team.
Yeah, I mean, oh my gosh. Oh, stop it. MN3. What a roll so far the Fusion have. Look at how much confidence MN3 is playing with right now. Sparker's so scared. I would be too. I am scared. I am scared for Spark. 5
minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Is, up to point 2. That is insane. And they've already got on high ground. What more can you ask for?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, nuts. I mean, Fury gets really low there. You see the Immortality Field able to keep him alive. But MN3 is still on the hunt for somebody's head. They can just wait out these sites, though.
Yeah,
you don't have to peek this.
Good. Fury can just hide behind a shield. They know where the Zen is, but yeah, you ain't peeking that.
Nope. You see that? Amcot's like tempting fate there.
Yeah. To be fair, if you make a shot there and your Widow jumps around the corner as well at the same time, like it can be quite an easy duel for MN3. He is low. Please heal. Thank you.
Let's see. Like the Widow mine just to check the flank. But, oh my gosh, MN3 is just looking
Bit of an
for
easier
someone.
point now for MN3 just to kind of set up shop. Big corridor to look down. Bernard needs to be able to touch the point, but right now it's actually all on Alpha, just kind of juggling away. He spots the enemy Widowmaker as MN3 and has to back off. A nice flux kills Fury. That was nowhere to be seen, unfortunately. Nice reflect. Alpha doesn't get his head taken off. Fusion still, though. Look how far the payload has gone already, Rose. They're so close to that final point.
I mean, this is ridiculous as well, because on Circuit Royale, we don't very often see completions of this map. It looks like they're going to be stopped for a little bit longer as Fusion have to, you know, they got to reset here. But not without MN3 taking a few names first.
Yeah, it's just about the Widowmakers right now.
Oh, what is this?
I've never seen a fight directly on this corner. There's two windows looking straight at it. Nice reflect kills from Alpha Yi there. Yeah, Fury has to back all the way up. They were touching point, as you can hear the music. MN3, does he get the shot? No, he doesn't. Alpha Yi's right behind him. Not sure how MN3 ended up there. Was feeling himself just a little bit, I think, Rose.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Well, I'll just put myself in the middle of the team. We'll see what happens.
Hey, I don't blame him. I mean, maybe you get the attention turned back towards you if you're on cart. I mean, Fusion were trying to play on this super weird corner by the pool, and now they're back as a full team. Another use of the sight lines, though, here for MN3 just to try to grab some amount of a pick.
What a bold peek there from Shy. Luckily, he took a body shot. It wasn't a headshot. Flux coming out from the Fusion. They got a whole lot of ults going on at once. Overclock has also been used. There's the play from Alpha Yi on the corner of the payload, but it's going to get negated by that Transcendence. MN3 finds Shy, not a body shot, but not a headshot, but a body shot this time around. Oh no, he just killed Carpe, I think, with a reflect kill. He's even claiming his own team as kills. Alpha Yi is now in his face, gets rocked by Fury, but the spawns are still good for the Spark. They are going to force Philadelphia Fusion all the way back. 3 minutes have been done off the time bank. It was this. It's got to be a reflect kill, surely. Surely.
Yep.
Yoink. We take those.
Oh, no.
I mean, okay, I've fallen victim to that so many times. You try and predict the end of the reflect timing.
Yeah.
And you end up either killing yourself or killing the teammate. Like, it feels pretty bad. Shy now, grappling to the sky, kills Fixer. He's put his name on the board, but someone's on the flank. He has to be careful. Who is it? Of course, it's MN3. He's not satisfied with the Widow duel anymore. He's going to go onto the Genji instead. Shy's pretty low. In fact, 70 HP, but he's still peeking. Irony does find the kill onto MN3 eventually. And now Super Rich on the height has got a nice little perch to sit on as he heals up Bernard. The Philadelphia Fusion unable to make good use of their time bank and now only down to 1 minute and 15 seconds.
But this is good for the Fusion if you want to see them get a full map completion here. They got the window out of Super Rich, would be a great zoning tool for the Spark to have. And realistically, the only thing that's going to be a major impact that's going to take some time off the clock is going to be Shy's sights. But that's going to expire with plenty of time for the Fusion to build up to some of these more critical ultimates. I mean, this window also another zoning tool, but in the favor of the Fusion this time.
Yeah, but it feels pretty bad using it there. I mean, I guess you get high ground, but the Spark are fine with that because they just back up to the last point. They know they don't have window to deal with anymore. Flux for Fury, and Carpe may be nearing an overclock of his own. Alfie finding the people in the skies, and I mean, Bernard just got his off a little bit better than Fury did. And a few resets for the Genji. 20 seconds to go. The Hangzhou Spark have burned down a gargantuan time bank that the Fusion built up, capping point B. I don't think they're going to be able to get back in time. Maybe Fixer on the Lucio, but that's about it. Oh, Fury on the Doomfist. But this fight is not looking great. Transcendence and Blade available for the Spark.
Ooh, okay. Doomfist rollout, gonna get Fury there, though.
Goodbye. And and you're done, son. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Alpha U's face. I'm glad we got called that one on camera. Does end up going down, and a Transcendence. MN3 actually kills Bernard through it. A slash and a dash will end his life before the Trans can heal him up in time. Overtime is still ticking down as Carpe unleashes the overclock. Everybody's in the corner, protected by the Immortality field, but it's long gone. A nice anti, actually, from Fixer. He comes back on the Ana. It's going to save this fight. Somehow, the Fusion in OT get back to the point in time, and Fixer comes up absolutely massive. Aim God clears the mech of Bernard, and that'll be it. The Hangzhou Spark are eradicated, and the Fusion, by the skin of their teeth, cap point C.
Oh, wow. We were in panic mode there for a little while, too, Jaws. It didn't look like Philadelphia Fusion with 15 seconds left were gonna be able to touch. And then Doomfist rolled out, barely bought some time. Boy, Fix on Aim God sure did carry that last fight.
That was a massive, massive anti. Like, everybody was cowering in that corner with the lamp. Nice placed lamp, though, behind the pillar, so they can't kill it easily, but Fixer comes up huge. Well, there you go. They managed to get the completion rows. I still can't believe there was 5 minutes and 30 seconds in the time bank. A Circuit Royale, it is hard to complete at the end of the day.
It is. You've got the respawn advantage for the defending team, and unfortunately, if you're going to continue to stick to the Widowmaker, I think we saw a really nice example of how sometimes the Widowmaker on those third and final points can be a little tough. If you're not getting the picks as the attacking team Widowmaker, you're not really providing a whole lot of value because you don't have point presence either. But look at that anti. My God. And then, yeah, Aim God just... Yeah, Aim God and Fixa. They just carried that entire last fight.
The supports do be carried.
That's gotta feel so good, though. Like, I love that we get to see that highlighted in Overwatch, too.
Yeah, definitely feels good. Stop stealing our limelight. Nano the Zen more. Luckily, a lot of teams are doing that right now, so I'm not complaining. Jump peek from MN3. Sees nobody. All right, double Widowmaker again. You'll love to see it.
But will it work out better for Shy this time around, playing the attacking Widowmaker? Not getting anything with a grapple, unlike MN3 on the first grapple shot.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I feel like this point of the map is MN3's domain. Like, the amount of clips he's gotten.
That's true.
Ridiculous, Rose.
Oh, he's practiced. He's practiced this map and the angles. Absolutely.
He's just like, the only thing he's been doing is just spawn camping people in the Overwatch 2, the beta. Oh, well, whoops.
Oh.
Carpe not really having much of an impact this game, and even less so now as he gets rocked.
Yep, MN3's really trying. I mean, at this point, you do have to wait for the rest of the Fusion to get back here, namely Carpe. So, gotta give up a lot of space here to the Spark as they start to round this corner.
MN3 still trying to scope out where Shy is. You can see through these little railings as well, like all these little like arrow signs, I guess. There's like small little gaps you can shoot through, but very limited angle.
It's gonna be a little bit easier for Shy to find an angle here. But MN3 is still staying relatively safe.
Ooh, see ya. All right, nice headshot by Carpe. Going to start off the fight. They don't really need to worry about the Widow anymore, so they can attempt to dislodge Bernard. Murray's rooted in place at this point.
Look at this. Even Alpha E has been kind of sussed out of the hiding spot. But I love that Fusion's still playing this very patiently. Like, a lot of teams might make the mistake of, well, you got to pick, so move in, right? But that's definitely not how you want to be playing this corner. You could overextend.
Oh, that was nice. That was a really nice by MN3. A big headshot, then a quick headshot to finish him off, and then Carpe just through the window cleans up the rest of the Hangzhou Spark. But Rose, they're taking so long to really find or do anything. They got a minute and 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, that's not a whole lot left for the Spark. They don't have a whole lot more distance to cover to be able to capture this first point, but Yeah, that time bank is certainly starting to run out. I mean, Shy hasn't even worked up to the ultimate yet. And Alpha Yi barely getting there with the Dragon Blade. You're really, as a Spark, waiting for these ultimates to come online, and then you've got to kind of use everything here. Good start.
All right, very good start with MN3 dying. Shy now takes a nice little position. Oh, Lamp's gone too. Not good for Fusion. Might have to burn the trance. Carpe, can he come alive again? Nice body shot onto Shy. Finishes him off. Bernard's next in his sights. Nothing much else. He has 100 charge and an extremely low Alpha Yi dives in with the blade. There's a Transcendence used by Aim God. He's just slashing at air right now. And it's MN3 with the sights. Fixes end up going down first for the Fusion. As Alpha Yi, in fact, finds a triple kill. Maybe a quad. No, not quite. You see, what? He just said in his headset? Yeah, MN3 with a quick 180. Clears up Alpha Yi, but not before the Spark can win that one.
Yeah, dang.
We get to see
Replay?
that?
Replay? Okay, look. Well, you at least get to see Alpha Yi try to go after the rest of the Fusion, right? And so after Alpha Yi does get these picks on the Aim God, and Carpe tries to go up after MN3 as well. But we didn't do him too dirty, right? We didn't show MN3 taking him out after that point.
That's true.
But it did win them the point.
Oh. Yeah, don't want to shoot that one. Not again. Not again. I wish there was a stat for like team kills, like the reflect kills onto your teammates. I think it'd be really fun.
Oh,
This is who ends up
friendly
with the most,
fire.
yeah, friendly fire. Yeah, exactly. See who ends up with the most friendly fire damage at the end of the year. I think it'd be
Oh no.
very silly. A very silly stat. All right.
I would like to see that.
Last corner now before this point. Shy almost hitting the head there of MN3, but the shield was in the way. Both fluxes are available. Transcendence is not quite there, so a lamp to counter is going to be the plan. First flux used by Bernard, and Carpe already dies. The lamp has been used already as Fury ascends to the skies using a flux of his own. Gets a little bit of damage, but that's just about it. MN3 is completely out of the sight line. Luckily, Fury with a couple of extra spheres finishes off one, but now a late window from the Spark is going to push them around the corner. Alfie is already into the mix, but Fury takes care of him. Lamp will be coming up soon for the Fusion, so they're good to go on the aggression. MN3 kills Super Rich, and that'll be the Spark now with a minute to go on the time bank. A very different story. What we found earlier on with Fusion, they steamrolled point A and B.
They did, and I mean, when you look at what the Spark even have to be able to complete this second point, you're starting to scratch your head a little bit. Are they going to be able to actually do this with the Blade? There's a great answer on the Fusion, and AimGod is surely going to get that Transcendence online before Alpha Yi is able to pop that Blade. This is it, though.
I mean, yeah, I mean, he's 5% away, so he should be good. It's up to Shy to really open this one up. Sights available for MN3. Ideally, you counter sights in the last few moments. You don't want to give the Ember Widowmaker an opening. So I can imagine that's why MN3 is currently counter sights. There they are. Okay, only about a second or so. Nice rock onto Fury. Stops him using that, the suck. And now it's up to the Spark to really touch. Alfie gets rocked again, still has the blade in his back pocket, and AimGod, like you mentioned, Rose, built up towards that Transcendence a long time ago. It might as well be in a different era. Flux available for Fury in 10%. Alpha Yi trying to find something. Another nice rocks again. Stops Fury from doing all too much, but he's still building up for a long time on that ultimate. The window is a little bit ill-placed. The AimGod Transcendence, not even needed. Okay. Now he's going to use it to stop that flux going off. They weren't worried about the blade whatsoever. Bernard going super low. Arnie's going to keep him alive, but not quite alive enough to touch the Fusion. They have their way with the Spark on Circuit Royale on the back of MN3. 13 final blows at the end of it all. 21 elims with a disgusting amount of crits. The Philadelphia Fusion not out of this series just yet, Rose.
Maybe we're gonna, it's comebackable, as Avali would say. Comebackable.
True that, a comebackable. All right, the Hangzhou Spark, still match point. The Philadelphia Fusion claiming that map. We're gonna be seeing Spark's map choice after this break. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a sec. Yep, welcome back. Fusion and the Spark head-to-head. Currently, Spark are up 2 maps. Fusion looking for the reverse sweep. It's possible. It's very possible. On what was a stellar performance on Circuit Royale. We're going to Colosseo as our next map, but we're not seeing the same roster as we did on Circuit Royale. Surprise, surprise. Fury stepping back. Bellisria back in, as well as Zest in for Carpe Rose.
Yep. I mean, I feel like this is going to be the lineup regardless of what push map we went to, but for Hangzhou, I think they had one choice, and it was just not New Queen Street. That's it. Like they were picking map, they just can't pick New Queen Street. Don't give MN3 Ashe sight lines. Because Fusion will run with that. You know they will.
Oh yeah, if they had their map pick, yeah, 1000% against New Queen Street, that's for sure. Colosseo, a little bit of a different beast. I mean, you can see we can see the rush here. We've seen that a little bit already, but
yeah,
a lot more of this dive, I can imagine, just with MN3 sitting at the back, and you can still play the Ashe, to be fair. But the long sight lines, especially when they have dive, they run at you, and you're gonna die. You just got to be careful of that.
Yeah, you die against the dive, is that right?
You die against the dive. Well, the thing is, it's only like one track, right? With the robot.
That's true. It's true.
So you get a few good shots, but the robot also provides like a substantial amount of cover when you're in that corridor, and there's a lot less of like a small off angle for the Widow to find kills on the supports. It's very much just like a tunnel, which is sometimes good, but sometimes kind of bad. For the Ashe, is a lot better, to be fair, with the dynamites. So probably what Fusion are gonna stray towards, I can imagine.
For sure.
But we'll see. We will see.
We will see. Yeah, we're back to the starting lineup. Means we're probably not going to see this like double hit scan. I mean, more Zest Tracer. We love Zest Tracer. Yeah, Sojourn Tracer. That's kind of what I'm expecting here. We've seen some teams just really utilize these flanks with the Tracer just so beautifully, and especially when you have a Tracer like Zest that is going to be landing so many pulse bombs. Boy, we get treated on this map now, don't we? With the Tracer pulses. Pretty good
How
stuff.
did Bernard get up there as Rhine? But then I was like, oh yeah, stone spawn, you can switch. But damn, that is some unnormal tech. Unnormal. Abnormal is the correct word for that one. It's getting a little... It's 11 p.m. It's a little late
It is late. It's 2. It's 2 a.m. We're entering gremlin hours here on the East Coast.
That was 2021 for me, the whole year. So, yeah. Welcome. All right, the Hangzhou Spark. Now, well, what they've done in the past, I mean, they just have to shut down MN3, right? Easy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Playing the Ashe.
Hard. Yeah, easy clap.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you do it. He was looking one way. Shy was looking straight at his back there. Nice engagement from Bernard. They burnt the lamp super early. Thing is, with the Philadelphia Fusion combos with MN3, like I said, the flank routes for the Ashe, not great. For the Wrecking Ball and something like that, they are pretty good because you are so quick.
Yeah, I do like that we are seeing these Wrecking Balls and Tracers on both teams playing together, but with the differences in the Sojourn for the Spark and the Ashe for the Fusion, I think Fusion's going to take a bit longer to set up here. Shy just has way more mobility, so it's easier to be able to try to take better angles against the other team. Look at this, even Bellisria just kind of getting bullied away. Fusion doesn't really have a choice except to try to play the bridge, but what happened there?
I don't know. I don't know.
Whoa.
I think people died. I will almost guarantee you that people died. I mean, wow, the Fusion just kind of flop, unfortunately.
Like, that's why I'm confused. Like, what was that? That wasn't the defense?
That wasn't a defense. That is my favorite line from you ever. That wasn't a defense. What was that?
Well, it wasn't, was
it's true. It's very true. Well, we'll see if they can make more of a defense on this point. Oh, Super Rich just planks. Unfortunate for Shy. On locking his hidden beast. Oh, he's got the mines for cover. No one can approach him. He just has to land the headshots. There's one. Can he get another? They're all in the tight corridor. Oh, gets kicked away. Doorman Zenyatta. And once again, Banar setting himself up with a DPS. Oh, someone wasn't moving the bot. Oh no, someone stole the bot, sorry. I think it was Zest who ended up stealing it. Okay, I was going to say.
Don't worry.
All right, Hangzhou Spark on an absolute tear. Plus they got 2 support armors coming up.
They do. I mean, this is just a roll right now. Spark gonna capture this first objective. We enter into the butt scratch mode just briefly, but not before. I feel like Spark get a chance to gather their breath here if Velasria is getting bullied.
All right, the mines come out, and Banar's asleep. But at least Shy ends up going down. Nice Discord. Nice kill from Zest. They do end up getting the forward spawn, which is nice. There's the supports holding each other's hands, just walking away. Should be good to join the rest of their team. That they will end up losing that forward spawn as soon as that bot does enter the middle of the map. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but they're still 65 meters off your first push, and you put a lot of time down. Not bad.
Yeah, but now we're looking at Philadelphia just being able to do some stuff with this nano.
Oh, they nanoed the bomb. He's nanoed. Look at him go. He kills Shy. Oh, yes. I don't think that nano was supposed to go on the bomb, but it ended up working out. The pulse bomb gets thrown in by Alfie to find a semblance of this fight, but nothing comes of it. There you go. That's what you get when you nano the Bob. An easy win. I've got a good feeling that was supposed to go on MN3. Not sure it was supposed to go on Bob, but whatever. It was cool. We don't see a nano Bob every day of the week, so...
It's okay. I mean, Bob's an Omnic too, right? If you're gonna give the nano over to Zenyatta, then, you know, Bob needs a little love also.
That is true.
Just a thought.
Ooh. Nice 180 pulse there from Zest. Very nice work. MN3 does end up going down, however. Philadelphia Fusion still in control of the bot, edging it slowly forwards, but a nice right click from Shy will end the life of both supports. 41 meters to, we'll call it 66 for the Spark, as the bot makes his long trudge back.
I feel like Sojourn being able to chase a wrecking ball feels just unnatural to me. But, I mean, look at these shots. Holy moly. Okay, you know, we got the chance to highlight like MN3's Ashe, but I feel like this match has been all about Shy. The Sojourn specifically, just so good.
Rather clean so far. I mean, final blows, he's on 11. The closest one to him right now is Alpha Yi on 2. Hell of a deadlift by Shy right now. Make that 12. It's all Shy. It's a Shy world, and we're just living in it. The Spark have control of the bot. He's on the high ground. The 1v1 versus MN3. An easy cleanup. Make that 13. The Philadelphia Fusion, as a combined total, currently have 12, and Shy has 13 final blows. So, yeah, not the best. They unlock their the checkpoint once again. The Philadelphia Fusion struggling to find too much. However, they're fighting in the courtyard right now, way far away from the robot. Alpha E cleans up Zest, who I can only imagine was trying to find a pulse bomb kill on the backline.
Yeah.
Spark setting up for success on this final approach.
No, you're absolutely right there. I mean, Zest didn't even get the pulse bomb online though. But whoa, Velasria the backline once again with the mines.
Earnings going pretty low. Super ends up dying to the pulse bomb. Can Alfie turn this fight around with the pulse bomb of his own? No, he cannot. The bot is in no one's control currently, but still the Hangzhou Spark with 100 meters on the board. Shy, unfortunately, didn't have a say in that fight. It's still 74% rail accuracy right now.
That's unheard of.
He's looking
That's
smart.
unheard of. Like, you're lucky, I feel like, sometimes when you see a stat and you go 50%. That's pretty good. But so it's 74?
Might be some more now. MN3 goes down. He's looking for blood. Almost a collapse. Didn't quite line up correctly. A nano onto Ingot, who uses Transcendence. Slayer in the support ultimates to a whole new level. He gets a little orb off, but that's about it. Shy trying to find yet another kill, but it is Banar who steals it away from him. He's eventually shut down by Velasria, but not before the backline of the Philadelphia Fusion just get owned. The Spark are cleaning up. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go, Rose. Double support ultimate. The mines, the pulse bomb. The Spark almost have everything online for this next fight.
Yeah, they do. I mean, look at this. Even Fix is going to go over to the Batiste here just to try to have something, some amount of utility. The immortality field, just anything. This is going to be rough for the Fusion.
Pulse. Zessy's opportunity straight in the small room. Nice transcendence from Irony. However, he does double layer the support ultimates, which is rather unfortunate. Now Fixer is gonna die pretty quick. He's got to get out alive to keep the rest of his team in the game. Not quite so lucky though, as Alfie deals with the lamp and then Fixer's life. The bot's not moving, but it doesn't need to, as the Spark gain control once again. Zest chased down. Alfie still got the recall if he really needs it. Looked like Irony there was trying to touch the spawn, and God does end up killing him, but the Spark are now pushing on forward yet again. A couple of extra meters will do. With 2 minutes left in the bank, the Fusion need to find a way back into this game and into the series.
Look at the lead that Spark have, though. You're definitely looking at this and saying Fusion might not be able to overcome this obstacle. But why are these wrecking pulse behind the team?
Okay. There's
Oh,
the
he's
ball.
with Alpha Yi.
Alpha Yi. Oh, he's got the pulse. The lamp's already dead, and so's aim got before he hit the ground. Alpha Yi just going crazy. He wants to at least match the kills on Shy, and he's found 11 final blows. The bot is getting stolen by Zest this entire time, but that means it was just a 4v5 in the front line. Alpha Yi determined to not get deadlifted by Shy. He wants some of the glory too.
Yeah, he does, but wow, I mean, Philadelphia Fusion still have their work cut out for them. We've got a minute left. And Spark at this point are looking to just complete Coliseo outright. Alpha Yi could get a big pick, opening things up with this Pulse Bomb. And then you also have Shy that's been doing absolutely nuts on this Sojourn. That overclock is going to be coming up post-haste.
Nice slam on aim God. Another lamp to try and save him. MN3's now on the board with 3 kills. Okay, that's what you want to see if you're Fusion. Make that 4, in fact, a 5th. Yes, there it is. A 5K for MN3. The team kill is there. But is the game? 20 seconds to go for the Fusion. They need to make at least 3 perfect fights to take this map.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a hero run here for the Fusion. I think they can do it. They've got the Transcendence up. As long as nobody gets picked by Alpha Yi's Pulse Bomb, they might be able to make it to this checkpoint, but they cannot give up control of this bot.
Nice control of Battlefield now from Zest. Aim God waiting around the corner to clean up the kill. A Pulse Bomb almost killed Zest. That would have been embarrassing, not a way to end the game. Irony is still alive, and the Spark have a good spawn position. Both support ultimates are coming up rather soon. And in fact, Fusion used both of theirs to keep them in. A slider drive-by onto Fixer. Shy is demolishing the Fusion right now. A Transcendence online for the Spark. I'm not sure they're going to need even to use it, to be honest with you. Overtime is here, it's ticking down, and the Spark 3-1 the Fusion on the day 1 of the Midseason Madness. Almost a deadlift by Shy. An unbelievable performance from the veteran.
Yeah, wow. I mean, we were looking at this matchup at the beginning of the match and just saying, hey, it's gonna be the MN3 versus Shy show. That's what we're looking at to make the biggest difference here. Is there's not many other differences we can look at for this team. But yeah, Shy just completely DPS diffed. That was absolutely bonkers.
That was like, he was like giga lifting the team up until the point that Alfie said hello. Like, he almost managed to tie the final blows of Shy at the very end. But wow, what a performance from the Spark to start off today. I mean, wow, honestly, like, you go to a map like Circuit Royale, you expect MN3 to do extraordinarily well, and he does on Widowmaker. But it felt like Spark had every single answer to MN3 and just the Fusion as a whole.
Well, the desk pointed that out, that's what Spark we're going to need. is if they wanted to win this matchup, they needed to be able to keep MN3 in check, and they had so many ways to do that. I mean, you even just look at the way that we saw Bernard play the Sigma in order to keep that shield to be able to block a lot of that damage. And sure, yeah, while we did end up seeing Philadelphia Fusion take Circuit Royale, it wasn't easy, especially when you look at that final point. It took them so long. It took them 5.5 minutes.
I know.
To
Yeah.
What?
It was close. It was very close. They did manage to get one map in Circuit Royale, but we got to do the honors. The player of the match. Who's it going to be?
No
of
surprise.
Course, yeah, it's Shy. His Sojourn performance this series was immaculate. Just overall, to be fair, he had some cracked shots on the Widowmaker too. Can't count those out. He looked great throughout the entirety of it. And if they can keep up this performance, the Spark, they're going to go pretty far.
They absolutely can. I mean, it was the entire team that really set up Shy for success. Like, look, Bernard sets him up, Shy knocks him down. And the way that Super Rich and Irony really helped to keep Shy alive, I mean, that's just ridiculous. Like, Shy is able to do some really, really crazy things. Yeah, that's super, super nasty.
I mean, they came into this series 2-1. This is the Fusion. They came in 2-1 overall versus the Spark this season. It's now tied up in the head-to-head. But that was also the first time that Spark had managed to take a push map off of the Fusion in what a dominating fashion, too. Look at that railgun accuracy at the end of that game.
Gross.
Oh, this match, sorry. Not even that map.
Yeah, well, that map was, it was at 74% like most of the Coliseo.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah. Almost 10 railgun kills per 10. 13 limbs per 10. What can't Shy do? Not much. Like, it's almost like, you know how you get some players, they just gravitate towards a certain hero, and it feels like the hero is built for that player, like Jonak and Zen, for example.
yep.
Sojourn for Shy, maybe. Like, it's almost the perfect hero for him.
I think so too. I mean, just the way that Shy is able to use that mobility, it's very obvious that he understands all the map architecture as well to be able to take some nice flanks and get those sweet angles. Huh, what a treat. I love the East region. That was so cool.
I mean, well, we aren't done just yet. We're going to take a quick break. We've got something spicy lined up straight after it. We'll see you in a bit.
Welcome to the Watchpoint Post Show, everybody. I'm here joined now by Alpha Yi from Hangzhou. Spark, Alpha Yi, congratulations on the win. Now, 3-1 victory for the Hangzhou Spark. Great way to start off the tournament for you guys. How'd you guys get the win against the Philadelphia Fusion? 자, 일단 오늘 승리 너무 축하드리면서 토너먼트 첫 경기 3대1로 승리를 하셨습니다. 굉장히 좋은 모습으로 토너먼트 첫 경기를 시작을 하셨는데요. 오늘 승리, 필표랑의 경기를 좀 어떻게 해서 승리를 거두시게 된 거라고 생각하시나요?
저희가 이제 스크림을 할 때 뭔가 이제 뭔가 피지컬보다는 약간 합을 엄청 중요시 연습해가지고 이제 포커싱이라든가 이렇게 상대 딜라인을 무는 그런 플레이를 좀 많이 연습해서 뭔가 잘 먹혔던 것 같아요.
I think in our scrims and our practices, we didn't really focus on our like individual plays. We focused more on our team synergy and just focusing on a certain target as a team or really attacking the backline together as a team. And I think those sort of plans really helped us out in today's match against the Philadelphia Fusion. All right, second question. I've asked this a lot of times to the Western teams, but to the East teams I actually haven't. So this is my question to you. Is there? I mean, today's match was another East versus East, but in the matches moving forward, I'm sure we're gonna see a lot more East versus West. So Alpha E, is there a team from the West that you really want to beat in the tournament, and why? 두 번째 질문은 이제 오늘 경기는 동부 대 동부로 어떻게 보면 좀 항상 해왔던 팀들과의 경기였지만은 이제 앞으로 미래에는 좀 더 동부 대 서부 좀 이런 경기가 좀 많을 거라고 생각을 합니다. 알파이 선수 개인적으로 좀 이 팀, 지금 서부 쪽에서 이 팀만은 꼭 이기고 싶다라는 팀이 있다면 그리고 이유 부탁드릴게요.
저는 이제 댈러스 퓨어를 만나서 이기고 싶어요. 이게 제가 같은 팀이었던 사람들이 2명 있어가지고 좀 적팀으로 한번 해보고 싶은 마음 그리고 이기고 싶은 마음이 있어가지고 댈러스 퓨어인 것 같아요.
Team from the West, Dallas Fuel. Mainly because I have two friends in that team, two ex-teammates in the Dallas Fuel that I was with previously. So it will be nice to see them as opponents, and it would be really nice to beat them in this tournament cycle. All right, Alpha E, that is it for the interview. Thank you so much for your time, and again, big congratulations on today's win. 자, 이걸로 인터뷰 마치겠습니다. 알파이 선수 오늘 시간 내주셔서 너무 감사드리고 승리 다시 한번 너무나 축하드립니다.
네, 감사합니다.
All right, thank you. Alvin Lee, back to you.